one of the foundational um, motivators for me in this material was just being able to wrap my mind around all of the inner workings of my brain, the way that my brain, you know, functions, and the way that there's a subconscious mind and a conscious mind and a limbic system that is just the chemical part of the brain. And you know, the fact that in my body, in my individual body, Colby Bronson's body, there's enough nerve endings, if connected end to end, can wrap around the Earth and Jupiter 6 times. I mean, that, just hearing that for the first time, the first time I was like, no, wait, you know, why haven't I heard that before? You know, why haven't I heard that before in life? I'm 34 years old now, and all of these just small facts, scientifically proven facts, you know, woke me up to a sense of my own internal power. I mean, I'm a structured being that is divinely structured, in my personal opinion, and it's just woken me up. And you know, I think my first real convincing experience here was more of like a spiritual experience than it was actually physically acting out the techniques. I would say that about 45 days into my becoming aware of this material, when I first got to treatment, I would do the techniques and the treatment, and I would do it with skepticism and doubt. I would be experiencing these walks and these shifts and these guided imageries that we've been talking about, and I would just be thinking that it was a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Well, for that 45 days, and I didn't realize this until after, you know, the climax of the story that I'm about to tell you, but throughout that 45-day period, certain events would happen to me. Like, for example, one of my good friends, she would come up and stick this one specific song in my ear all the time. And she did it several times throughout this 45 days, right? And it's just a random occurrence, right? But nothing happens by happenstance, correct? And so, you know, and it's this song, Ziggy Marley song, "There's a rainbow in the sky all the time, don't be blind." And I didn't even really like the song. Still, this person, one of my friends, would come up and stick that song in my ear for no reason other than just to maybe cheer me up. I don't know what her reasoning was. And throughout that 45-day period, that would happen. And one day, I'm out on the porch with 15 other clients, and we had just adjourned a class, and there was this individual that I really didn't enjoy. I mean, he wasn't my buddy, or I didn't have conversations with him all the time. And he was out by himself on the basketball court shooting the basketball around. And the fact that we didn't really ever talk is important in this story, because there was 15 people out on the porch. And there were people that he would associate with every day, right? And this guy decides to call my name out of the 15 people on the porch out to the basketball court. And I'm thinking in my mind at the time, why does this guy want to talk to me? But I go out there and I grab the ball from him, and he goes, "Check that out." And he points up at the sky, and there's a literal rainbow orb floating in the blue sky of day. It's not a rainbow like you see. There's no clouds in the sky, and there's a literal rainbow orb up in the sky, okay? And I just look at it, and I'm like, what on the earth is that? I've never seen something like that before, right? And lo and behold, this individual takes the headphones that he's wearing out of his ear, and he put his headphone in my ear, and it's that Ziggy Marley song playing. "There's a rainbow in the sky all the time, don't be blind." And I was flabbergasted. I was literally frozen in place, and chills broke out all over my body. And as I dissected all of the events, the random events that had to occur in order for that experience to take place at that moment in time, to get me to wake up to a sense of the reality of this material and everything that it had to offer me, you know. And this material teaches that very concept, that nothing happens by happenstance. The universe, you are the universe. The universe is designed for your success. Everything that has happened to you in life, all of the events, good, bad, happy, sad, whatever, have all culminated for you to become your true self. It's your perception of these events that really matters. And that one event got me to the state of wonder concept that's talked about a lot in this material. Just to be in a state of wonder about these things, not to deny them, not to refuse them or repress them or to think that they have anything to do with you, but to admit the data that's coming into you. Your subconscious mind is collecting this data, and your conscious mind is perceiving and evaluating and judging and deciding upon this data, and to just be in a state of wonder about something that you haven't considered yet. It's really an exceptional concept, and that was a huge awakening process for me right there. I was able to just wonder, like, oh my gosh, that was too coincidental to deny. It's too coincidental, right? But what is coincidence?
That's still an aspect of integrating worldview and self-view.
Right.
The way we view the world is a direct reflection of the way we view ourselves. And if we think the world's dark and dreary and everybody's out to get us, that's really what's going on inside of ourselves. And if you take an opportunity to really look at the way you view the world, it's going to tell you a lot about what's going on inside of you and the way you really truly view yourself. And as you start to work on yourself and realize, that we are limitless potential beings and our thoughts are more powerful than Wi-Fi, and if you change the way you see the world, you change the way you see yourself, and if you start to change the way you see yourself, it changes your worldview. We wake up and we're having a bad day, we're going to notice things all around us just to upset us more, and we pick those things out, and that's the way the subconscious and conscious mind works. You consciously choose to focus on something, subconscious is going to send up all that information to prove, that's what's going on.
To fortify it.
And if you can do something to shift your perception in your mind and look for the good in something and find the purpose in that, or wake up and do a technique or whatever and shift that mood, it's going to change everything, and it has an effect on all things. So as we start to, and as he talked about, he started changing his range of view and widening his range of view, and there's signs and symbols everywhere. It's just a matter of widening your range of view and what you choose to consciously focus on.